Taking a momentary break from unpacking, I paused to listen to the sounds of Tucker's imaginary play on a back deck that had only become our back deck a day ago. His rope dangled over the second-floor railing, the end attached to a swinging bucket filled with whatever randomness he'd managed to unpack in the 30 seconds he was inside his new room. I reached for the next item packed away, inside a heavy utility tote, enjoying the fresh spill of natural light that warmed the living room. The 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom layout was indeed a bit quirky, like Molly had said, with built-ins and extra closets that didn't seem to serve much of a purpose in their current state. But none of that mattered, because this place, this mini sanctuary, nestled on a quiet street in the middle of farmland only 20 minutes from a bustling city, was all ours. And that made it absolutely perfect for us. Sitting back on my haunches, I rubbed at my left hip and stared out through the large picture window overlooking the south side of a mountain I hadn't yet learned the name of. To my parents and most other Alaskans, this mountain would have been deemed a hill. But even still, there was something comforting about its presence all the same. Something solid and sturdy in the wake of change. Something secure that reminded me of a psalm I'd read recently from the Bible I purchased after flying out to help Molly and Silas at the fundraiser they hosted at the bridge 8 months ago. It was that weekend when Molly had first brought up the vision for Basics First. It was also when I'd started to understand that Molly's changing career direction was more than surface deep. I shifted my attention from the window to the next to last box and pulled out a framed picture of my parents I'd planned to put in Tucker's room. Of the many photos I'd taken, this was his favorite of Graham and Pops. In many ways, this image of my parents was imperfect. Off-center, a bit overexposed, my mom mid-sentence into a story, while my dad focused on a distance far beyond what my camera lens could capture. With his arm draped loosely around my mother's shoulders, the two stood in front of a home that also doubled as a profitable business 4 months out of the year. A pang of guilt thumped my chest at the strangeness of not being there for the upcoming tourist season. It would be the first one I'd ever missed,